All right, we got head UTSA women's basketball coach Karen Aston in the center. On camera left, graduate student point guard Nina de Leon Negron. On camera right, redshirt senior forward Jordyn Jenkins. I don't have a stat sheet in front of me, but senior day, Roadrunners are outright regular season champions after a win over Florida Atlantic today. If we could just start with everyone giving us their thoughts on what just happened.
I think we all want to take a deep breath right now. It's been a long journey for sure. A lot of games, a lot of pressure, to be honest with you, after 3/4 of the way through, and I think we knew we had a shot at this thing. It's been, I know that the players have felt pressure, and it's been a pretty wonderful journey, and we're not done yet for sure, but this is a pretty unbelievable experience for all of us.
Nina?
I just feel like just celebrating this moment, like every single emotion that I've been feeling, I feel like I've never felt it before, and it just feels like everything is worth it, and I'm just happy. I'm just really happy.
Yeah, I think this was, a goal of ours from the very beginning. So finally tasting it is like surreal and crazy, like confetti. What? But no, it's cool. Cutting the net down, all that. We've kind of manifested this, and we've been working towards this goal. So we're now just living it.
Coach, obviously a long, storied career coaching women's basketball. But this is your first regular season title. How special is it?
I'm old?
No. I'm saying you've got a lot of wins. How special is it that you have a first regular season title here at UTSA?
Yeah, I didn't even realize that until the other day. I've had a lot of positive experiences, obviously, and lots of tournament experiences, but yeah, pretty amazing that it's the first regular season conference championship and the way it was done. Just to put a stamp on it today, and as Jordyn said, we talked about this before the very first conference game. We talked about what we wanted today to look like, and it's crazy that it played out like this, but yeah, pretty grateful at this point.
I think the cherry on top was the attendance record, 2,250 fans packing the convo.
Absolutely.
What did you think of the way San Antonio showed up today?
Amazing. First of all, I want to say thanks to you, Ryan, to Sean, to everybody in the marketing staff, social media. It's creative has been amazing at getting all of this stuff out. April and Sarah, Harvey. Just the push that was made to make this happen, and to be able to put all this together in one day was pretty, as Jordyn said, surreal to think that it could all occur. And thanks a ton to the city for showing up today, and hope that we've started a little bit of a fire with women's basketball around here.
Karen, you've turned this program around in a pretty short period of time. How did you do it?
Good people. They're good people. Good people around me, great people around me, and players that bought in. It's really pretty simple.
Coach, among the 2,250 people were a lot of people that you've known throughout different stages of your life. How cool was that for you?
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. Sometimes you're just in this bubble, and you don't even know anybody else is paying attention to what's going on. To have some people show up today and surprise me was pretty cool. Just people from my past, and people that have reached out, that have been watching our team. It's a beautiful thing, because this is what we dreamed about, and this is what our vision was, and to see it come to fruition is pretty special.
For both the seniors, for you to walk out to be recognized on senior day and to have a record crowd, what did that mean to you when you walked out today?
For me, it meant a lot. I kept trying to not cry, and I feel like I don't cry a lot, but it was just something that I haven't felt my 5 years of college, so I'm really appreciative that I got to experience that, and I just feel really grateful.
Coach, with Jordyn and Nina playing their final home game today, how would you describe their impact on the team, both on and off the court, during their tenure?
I just think they deserve today. Sometimes you do all the work and it doesn't work out. And sometimes you don't really handle yourself, and sometimes it does. Sports is a really funny thing, but as a coach, when you have two players that committed as much as they did to our team having success, along with our whole team, then you're just extremely happy that they were rewarded, because it it was deserved. This was a deserved moment.
And Jordyn, during your time at UTSA, how have you seen the program evolve, and what role do you believe you've played in that transformation?
I actually remember just like my first year here, and we were playing, and I was like, I wanted to get the top level. Like I wanted people in the top level, and like that's just what I wanted that. And so it's crazy how that's turned into a reality here now. And I think my role was just to be a leader and to just try to be the most efficient person I could possibly be. I know I'm relied on a lot on the court and off the court, so just trying to be the best version of myself, but obviously with the help of Nina and so many more teammates.
And Nina, in just one season at UTSA, you've been a big part of a historic turnaround for this program. What does it mean for you to be playing such a big role in bringing this team to new heights?
I mean, it means a lot, but as I always say, they kind of make it easy for me. Like, they were always welcoming. They told me I was able to lead the team. I mean, Coach always said it, Jordyn said it. So they kind of just made it easy for me. Like, they received me with wide open doors. So it kind of just all worked out. Like, nothing was forced. And, yeah, every day was fun here. Like, every day I showed up with a smile. I was always trying to crack jokes. So, I mean, everything's just easy and happy here.
Jordyn, I'd like to get your reaction to the crowd today.
Yeah, it was honestly hard not celebrating a little bit in the huddle. We were huddling, and they had said that we had broke the attendance record, and Coach gave like a little smirk. So then I was like, okay, like we did it. But yeah, I love the crowd, and every time we score or anything, it's just like the most support ever. Like everybody is dialed in with our crowds, and that's something I've noticed like in any crowd like I've ever been in. Like we're very entertaining to them, so that's just cool.
Really, for anybody who wants to take this, you've all been a part of great teams. It's so rare that everything kind of falls in line the way it did today, for everything to happen on such a special day. What are your thoughts on that?
I'll go. Yeah. I just think that we've been working. Like the past 3 years I've been here has just been a grind, and like since I got here, we had some team bonding, and like we had a little painting that we had to paint, and like ours said CUSA champions, like back when we were in Conference USA. But we've always had that goal to win a conference, and so yeah, I just think we finally got it done.
Jordyn, speaking on the grind, you've been through injuries and adversity. Did you ever think that this would be how you would end your senior year, winning the?
Absolutely. I mean, this is something that, like I said, I wanted to do, and, I put the work in for that. So I'm just thankful for my teammates that, we've all got here together, and yeah, this has been fun. It's not surprising because we have been working, like practice, summer, like it's been a grind. Zedro, too much. Dribble in.
And Coach, Coach, as somebody who has seen y'all practice and then seeing it get displayed during the games, what is it in terms of discipline and what you preach to your players that allows them to play and perform every single night?
I think it's just the willingness to trust, and I think that's what's extremely special about this group, is that there's trust on both sides. Like they trusted us, that they let us push them, and trusted the process of what we were doing this summer, what we did in the fall, and then on the flip side of that, like we trust them too. And so I think that that's been the cornerstone of what the success this year has been, is just a high level of trust among each other. The buy-in's been great. So it hasn't been, I mean, I know they say it's a grind, but to me, practice has not been a grind like all year long. It's not been something that I'm like, oh my gosh, it's going to be really hard to get them going today. Like there's been very few days like that. There might be moments in the day, but it's been pretty amazing. And I think it's just the trust with each other that we all had the same purpose.
Jordyn, I know you guys are relishing this victory, but with the conference tournament approaching, how do you plan to channel the momentum from the historic season into postseason success?
I think it'll be good to celebrate today. We have one more game at East Carolina that we got to focus in on and win, because that's what we want to do. And yeah, just try to stay grounded, but enjoy this moment now and get ready for the next one, because as soon as that ball tips, no one's a champion.
Coach, there were 10 or so alumni from the 1980s who were here today to watch this special day. What do you think about when you are able to do this in front of people who really got this program started?
Yeah, I mean, one of them chose to come here today instead of go to the state tournament, which I thought was pretty amazing. I mean, a long time, Camacho's a legend here in San Antonio, and she came today instead of that normal trip she would take to the state tournament down at the Dome. And, I mean, that just speaks volumes for how proud she is of where our program is. And, I've known her for a long time. I know a lot of the other ones, and that was one of the things that we wanted to instill was pride. I mean, Carly said it several times, like, former players, they want to be proud of the school that they played for. And I think that's been an underlying goal of mine, is for everyone to feel engaged and be proud of UTSA. And, Haley was here today. LaPraisia's been those are guys that started with me 4 years ago, and they made the trip down here today to celebrate this with us. And I think that's pretty special.
Yeah, piggybacking on that, I was actually going to bring up, we had 2,250 fans here. Haley Atwood was definitely the loudest out of all 2,250 fans.
No doubt.
Jordyn, as a player who played with Haley, now she's, off living her life. Yeah, being Haley, doing whatever it is that Haley does. Yeah. How meaningful is it to have that kind of support from former teammates cheering you on today?
Man, Haley's great, and we had a little video that we watched after film, and she was, speaking her words of wisdom to us, and she has, the utmost support for us. So she was a really, really hard worker on our team, gritty, played hard, and so she knows the goal that we have, and she wanted that too, but now she wants it for us, and she's loud, and she's gonna be there for us.
Karen, you guys run the table in the Convocation Center this year. What does that mean to you, and how did you guys get that done?
That was a spoken goal, for sure. To go undefeated here at home, and I don't think we can do that without people showing up. I think eventually you're going to have some games where the crowd's got to take you to a place you don't need to be. And I think one of the games that comes to my mind was the Temple game. That was kind of when this thing started really rolling, and we were down most of the game, and I think Jordyn made a play in our press, and the place went nuts. And I've actually got another coach in the league that wrote me the other day and congratulated me and said, I have to watch that Temple game over and over. Your bench and your crowd was amazing. And so that's pretty cool that you have other people that acknowledge that. But I think that's kind of when you could tell that we had a chance to do that it was actually going to be something that was realistic. So, yeah, you want this place to be hard to play in. That's what conference play is supposed to be all about.
Coach Aston, congrats. First off, just wanted to ask, you were talking yesterday about how hard it was to get to this point to win the regular season. How much harder does it get from here on out?
I think this is the hardest thing you can do, and I've done both. As far as I've gotten to this point and fell short and finished second 2 or 3 times and still gone to the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8. This is the hardest thing to do because it is a body of work. And so I hope that someone's paying attention in the committee. I think you're the one that asked me about at-large bids and all that kind of stuff. Well, I think I can say something now. I think that, I hope we go to East Carolina and do what we need to do, but bottom line is I think our body of work speaks for itself. And, do we need to show up at the tournament and play well? But I think the American's too good for a one-bid league. I'm sorry, but I can't buy that. And I hope that we get some recognition somewhere along the way. But again, it's not over, and there's a big group of our team. Nina obviously has heard enough about it that she probably feels like she was there last year. But there's a large enough group that returned from that disappointment last year that I think we'll be able to reset and be ready to play.
Nina, Coach has talked about you guys just sustaining excellence. I think that's what you said, Coach, in the last press conference, and I really like that. I think you've sustained excellence in your leadership the whole season. I saw you after the game taking pictures with a bunch of little girls. So what does it mean for you to be a leader on your team, but also these kids are looking up to you?
I mean, sorry. It means a lot because I'm kind of just like myself out there, and I think that's what I enjoy the most. Like, I don't have to be someone else. Like, this team allows me to be myself, and we win like that. Like, it's just fun. So just seeing those little girls, I remember Ryan was kind of like, we gotta cut the net, and I was like, no, but they're asking me for autograph. Like, I can't say no, like it's little girls, but because I've never experienced that. But it was great, and it's just like, I don't know, it feels great just because I'm being myself, and I just kept telling them that, like, just keep being yourselves and everything's gonna turn out being good.
Well, we've enjoyed watching you play. I want to tell you thank you for that. And then Jordy, I talked to your mom before I came up here. She's obviously so proud of you, and we both want to know, do you still want to buy a ranch in Texas? She said she would get some chickens and she would be here.
Yes.
What do you
Look at her
think?
sister back there.
Yes. Oh, my sister is afraid of animals back there, so.
You are too.
Like, which one?
You are afraid of, in Puerto Rico, you were scared of everything.
What was, like, a lizard. It was a huge Komodo dragon. Like, what? That's a dinosaur. But yes, I definitely want my own eggs hatched and my own raw milk.
Good
So
idea nowadays.
yeah, I know nowadays eggs are expensive. But yeah, I love San Antonio, and I'll live down here if I can.
Well, thank you. We appreciate everything. And again, Coach said I've said it, but UTSA used to be a team that people saw on the schedule, and they're like, oh, we got that. That's a dub. And now I don't think people want to play you. So as an alumni, just thank y'all and keep it rolling.
Thank you. You actually do a really good job commentating. I enjoy you a lot, so thank you.
Queen.
Jordyn, you've talked about a lot of the different moments today between senior day stuff, getting to cut down the nets, even checking out for the final time. Was there a moment emotionally that hit you the hardest or that's going to stick out for you?
Honestly, before we ran out for our first warm-up, we handle our business in the locker room, and then we go in for our prayer, and I started crying. And then I tried to hold it in, and then I cried whenever I got subbed out. But honestly, I thought I was going to cry more today. But no, the sub out was like really cute, and Coach Cam was almost going to make me cry as well. So yeah, I'm usually a really emotional person, and I was actually crying the other day when I pulled up to race. So this whole week has just been
She did really good
emotional.
today. I was expecting a lot of waterfall today.
Yeah, I'm a crier.
At a moment like this, with all those emotions flowing, how do you reflect just going back on the decision to come back for another year? Obviously, you would have had other options if you wanted to pursue them, but this probably validates a lot of the decision to be here.
I mean, yeah, I love my gut choices have been amazing thus far in my life. So, I just continue to follow that and trust the process and just do what I know is going to work for me.
Coach, your team played pretty loose out there today. There were a lot of players that y'all made a lot of threes. I think Maya hit 3 or 4. What do you think about that's a good sign on March the 1st, right?
Yeah, good to see. I mean, we definitely have seen quite a bit of zone last couple of games, so it was good to see Maya get back in a groove. I thought Cheyenne hit some big shots today, and Demira, Demira got back on track, and so freshmen kind of ride that roller coaster. So it was good to get all of them in. But also good, Amelia got in today. But, just good to see the ball go in the basket for some that, they get in the gym all the time, and that's definitely a positive thing, for sure.
Jordyn, how do you feel about the challenge of, going to Fort Worth and winning 3 in 3 days?
I'm excited. I know it's going to be tough, 3 games in 3 days, but, I've played 2 games in 2 days and twice in a row this year, so I feel like my body's ready to get a 3rd one in there. So we just got to get there.
You got to get there, and then, it's just one game,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, that you worry about. I mean, the 3 teams that tied for the championship all got beat last year in the first round, so we shouldn't even be talking about 3, really, to be honest with you. You just get to 1 and get to the next one if something great happens.
Karen, can you talk about Harvey and April and Sarah made a donation to try and get the fans out? Can you just say what that support means to you in the program?
Well, I think, again, people are noticing, for sure. I think that, April, spearheaded this thing, and she sold a lot of chains the last time we played, and I think she ordered more, and they didn't quite come in today. So I told her to get ready, show up at the softball games. So I guarantee you someone will buy them. But just, you know, unwavering support from her, to be honest with you, throughout the time that I've been here, along with several other donors that have been really, really, like, great at helping us with certain things that we need either for our team, you know, just different things. And for Harvey to pay attention is a huge deal. You know, I think that speaks volumes of the respect that we've gained in the community, and we just need to keep it going, you know.
Program record 25th win today and 13-0 in the Convo. It's the first time since 1984-85 that Roadrunners have gone undefeated at home, and they only played 9 games there way back then. So a lot of big accomplishments this season. Coach, do you have any closing statements? This is our last home presser.
Yeah, I want to say that I think that we've talked a lot about the attendance, and I mean, I want to say thanks to all the people in the room. You know, I think that we didn't even have press conferences when I got here. So you know, the strides that we've made because of the commitment with media relations to make this a legitimate program, and then you guys showing up. And Jerry, thanks. You come around in July to see if Jordyn's back or not. But the bottom line is, like, you show up. You know, and we talk about that all the time. Like, just people that show up, you really appreciate a lot. And showing up, it becomes contagious. You know, and that's, I mean, the last thing I can say is these two show up every day. And it got contagious with our team, and our team shows up every day too. So it's been fun. It's been a fun ride.
Why your team is so good. What y'all do in the summer.
We show up. Thank y'all.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.